Hello, I'm Professor Richard Adams. I'm the guitar instructor at Bridgewater College, and I teach. I have a guitar ensemble, and then I also teach, private lessons on campus. Usually 30-minute lesson, or one per week, or an hour lesson, one per week. There's an extra fee, just to let you know, but it's pretty cool. And I also have a guitar ensemble, and many of the people that are in that, we have about 7 in the group, and we play individual parts like this. Somebody will play, and somebody else may play at the same time. So let's just start with Professor Flowe's class. First of all, there's 6 strings on the guitar, and believe it or not, you start counting. The first string is the one closest to the floor, so that would be the one down here. Okay, so there's your, go ahead and cluck on that. If you have a pick, let's talk about how to hold the pick. And normally, I put my thumb right behind this, so my thumb's going to be back here. You're going to point it down like that, okay, and your first finger is going to go in front of it like that. So you make a little triangle like that, and then you just flip your wrist like this. This is with the right hand, assuming you're a right-handed guitar player. Alright, so you're going to take that pick and you're going to put it on the 6th string like this, and you're just going to pluck it like that. So a good exercise to start with is just go 1, 2, 3, go ahead and play. A lot of folks leave their pinky right there on the fret guard right here, and this keeps you from scratching your guitar up. Okay, when you hold the guitar, you want it pointing this way. You want it pointing out, not like this, because this is going to mess up your left hand. Alright, so you want it pulled against your body. Okay. Now let's just play 4 first strings, and this is the E string. So I'm going to count to 4 and play. 2, ready, go. Now place your pick on the 2nd string, which would be the 2nd one from the floor. So this one right here, 1st string, 2nd string, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, okay? And then the 3rd string, 4th string. So that's just a good exercise right now. And if you ever took typing class, you'll know the teacher always said, don't look at the guitar. If you can get away without looking at it, so even the teacher misses sometimes. And then you can start on the 6th string, go to the 5th, 4th, 3rd, down to the 1st string. Now we're going to talk about, so here's your tuning pegs, and you'll notice when you tune the tuning pegs, and I recommend Guitar Tuna, T-U-N-A, and it'll tell you the name of the note you're playing, so you can make sure it's E, A, D, G, B, E, and it shows you a little map of the guitar on it. You can kind of tell what the strings are. The reason most people quit playing the guitar is because it gets out of tune. Especially in the old days, it would get out of tune and they'd play a chord and it would sound, really bad. And that's the reason they quit. And actually, it was just the guitar was out of tune. So they were doing everything correctly, and the guitar was out of tune. Okay, so the first thing we're going to learn is a G chord. So we're going to talk about fingers. Now in Europe, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In most countries, this is 1. And when you play the piano, that's 1. The thumb is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But on the guitar in the left hand, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's pretty American. I was teaching a girl from Russia one time. And I said, put your first finger on, and she went like, I said, oh, excuse me, all right, the first finger. So we're going to talk about strings and frets. So the first string is here, and you got fret, 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 fret. So just slide it up there. So you're basically putting it between, this is the nut right here, this white part. So between there and the fret that goes across. So you put it between the frets, and it measures it for you. If you look at a violin, it has no frets, so wherever you put your finger is where you measure it on a violin. But a guitar, it helps you out. So a good exercise is to play the first string, and then put the first finger on the first fret on the first string, and then the second finger on the second fret on the first string, and then the third finger on the third fret on the first string. So it look like this. Your thumb right now, if I'm sitting like this, your thumb should be behind, not over here, okay, but it should be behind the second finger are behind the fretboard on the second finger. And this is the fretboard here where the frets are located. Okay? So that's a good exercise. So open, first fret, second fret, third fret. And when you get advanced, you can use that pinky because eventually you're going to use the pinky. Which leads me to the parts of the hand. Okay? So you've got knuckles, right? So you've got large, mid, and tip. Point to that and do that. Large, mid, and tip. So what you want is the tip pointing down. The large wants to be, you remember that word plane in geometry that went like this? The plane. I like to do it like this. The plane of the guitar is right there. So you want to keep your large joint, knuckle, above the plane of the guitar. So if it starts getting down here, you notice how it's below the plane and then above the plane. So the plane of the guitar, this is a geometry word. Okay? If you do that, it'll make that finger point straight down. If your fingernails are long, I've never told anyone to cut their fingernails, but you will find that you play a lot better if your fingernails are cut pretty short. Because you're going to use the fleshy part of your skin to push down that thing. And on a steel string guitar like this one, I think most of you are playing nylons. On a steel string, it takes a while to develop calluses on your fingers to push that down. Okay? So, you're above the plane, right? And we're going to put we'll start with the second finger, that one right there, okay? On the sixth string, which is the one closest to you, on the third fret. And just pluck that. And you're going to put your first finger, say first finger, on the fifth string, second one from you, on the second fret. See if you can get both those to play at the same time. Then you're going to put your ring finger, or that would be 1, 2, what would it be? 1, 2, 3, that'd be the third finger. Okay. On the first string, on the third fret. Now what happens a lot of times if you don't have your thumb correctly and you do this, listen. Now watch my elbow. If I pull it in, notice what happens to my thumb. So keep your elbow just relaxed, slightly away from your body like this. All right? And you will find the notes will speak better. Okay? Go back and play one at a time. Hear that? And if I move things around, like if I move my thumb, and that's called mute, like on the mute on the TV set. Okay, that's called muting when it doesn't play. So keep those fingers pointed straight down. The small tip pointed straight down, okay? The large tip above the plane of the strings going across the guitar like that. So it's good just to practice all 6 strings. Some of the chords require all 6 strings, some of them do not. Now I know for this class you have to play a G, a C, a D, and a G. Okay. Now, that math problem you have when they say, you know, this plane starts in Los Angeles and it tries to DC, and this plane starts in Minnesota. They all start at the same time. How fast does each plane need to go to get there to land at the exact same time? It's kind of like this, because notice all these fingers move and they're landing at the same time. So, you got your G chord down. Let's go back over it again. First string, third fret, okay, third finger. Fifth string, second fret, or first finger, second fret, and then sixth string, second finger, third fret. There's your G chord. And just when you push your pick, don't go like that. Keep it flat. You push a few like that, and then it starts to flip. But keep it low as it flips. As a kid told me one time, it feels like when you paint, you get a paintbrush and you go like this, and you don't go like that because it's going to splatter the paint. Just push it. Keep it low and let it flip out. Notice my elbow is not out here, it's not out here, it's just kind of very relaxed, coming away from your body like that. Elbow has a lot to do with good finger position. Okay, there's a G chord. The C chord, we're going to start with the third finger. We're going to go to the fifth string, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 2 away from you, okay, on the third fret. Then we're going to take the second finger, and we're going to put that on the 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth string on the second fret. And your first finger is going to go on the second string on the first fret. Okay? It may mute a little bit. That's a little harder than the G chord, just the way that. fingers fit. So you got G, and just very slowly let your fingers move like that. It also helps to look in a mirror because it keeps you from looking at your guitar. You can look at, you're like cheating. You're looking in the mirror, you can see your fingers, but you're not turning your head. Because one day you're going to be singing in a microphone. You're going to strum that thing, and when you turn your head away from the microphone, all of a sudden you're not going to hear the words. Okay. So, and then we can go, so you got G, and this is, I'm sure, in your book, C chord, and then a D chord. And you're only going to use 5 strings, so you'll start on the 5th string. Remember, 1's toward the floor, 6 is toward you, it's toward up here. Okay. And we're going to put the first finger on the 3rd string on the 2nd fret. Okay, right there. And then we're going to put the 2nd finger on the 1st string on the 2nd fret. And then we're going to put the ring finger, a lot of times it's just called, on the 2nd string on the 3rd fret. So a good thing to do is you can dig up a metronome which goes tick, 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 tick. So you might want to start with the G chord and go tick, 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 tick. Get the idea? So you do that and you switch back and forth like that. Okay. Tick, 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 tick. Tick, 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 tick. Tick, 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 tick. So you can set the metronome at, say, 60 beats a minute, which is 1 tick per second of a clock. And you play it evenly right there. So, okay, let's just review a little bit. There's 6 strings on the guitar. Starts with the top, goes to the bottom. Okay, we're not going to get into real notes today. We're just going to get into playing some chords. Okay. And if you play the guitar every day for a little bit of time, it's better than playing it like the day before class and freaking out. Okay. I've seen this. Okay. Okay, you got that? You got C. Okay. All right. And work on that, and then I'll catch you a little bit later, and we'll start talking about some actual notes. So, y'all have a good day.